I'm Sergeant Small with the Walla Walla Police Department, and I am the president of the Walla Walla Police Foundation.
What we do is we help the community by using donor funds to help people that officers identify as someone who has a need.
You know, the public doesn't know what it's like when we encounter these victims of domestic violence or sexual assault, because it is their worst day. And there's things that they don't even know that they need that we try to help them with to make that a little smoother and a little bit better.
And I was able to get a hotel room for the victim of assault in a domestic violence situation. This individual specifically had 3 children. She was not able to go home due to her abuser being home, so we had to use the funds of the police foundation to get her a hotel.
In the past year, we gave out about 75 Ring cameras to citizens of Walla Walla. I think it helped restore their sense of safety in their home, and we're also using the footage from those Ring cameras to build cases of stalking or order for protection violation or harassment. And so while we're helping them, they're also helping us, you know, when it comes to billing those cases.
It doesn't have to be like a horrendous homicide or strangulation for that crime to still affect someone's life. I had an elderly lady reach out to me saying that her van was broken into and her walker had gotten stolen out of it. So we went out and bought her a brand new one. That made a huge difference to her, and it was great to do that.
Sometimes if we're able to step in and supplement that piece of security that they lost because they were victimized by theft or whatever it is, it kind of helps make them whole, and it builds trust back in the police department.
So one of the missions of the Police Foundation is to provide supplemental training. We brought the leading experts in to teach a course and teach our officers and our prosecutors about strangulation and domestic violence situations.
It has changed the way that we are processing our crime scenes when it comes to strangulation cases, and we recently had our first conviction where we had all the officers trained and they were able to give testimony about strangulation. We're definitely getting better results after having that training.
We have a partnership with the local jiu-jitsu gym, 100 kilos. So we have officers that can go in there and do Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes in their off time, which supports their abilities in protecting the community in their time on.
We wanted to prioritize the foundation being able to fund additional canine activity in our valley.
I'm Officer Goodwin, and this is Canine Raven.
I'm Officer Eastman, and this is Canine Haas.
The best thing about having a canine is you always have a partner with you. They're loyal to a fault, and they offer a great tool that we can give to the rest of patrol and also to the community. We can send them in, and they're ahead of officers, so it keeps officers from being in danger. Also, it helps with keeping the suspect safer, as the canines can go in and locate their location and ultimately either apprehend them or we can call them out to us.
I really enjoy the type of work that patrol dogs do. You know, they're there at critical incidents, whether they're de-escalating or locating a bad person, you know. Definitely reasons why I'd camp police officers to do things like that. And then you have these tools that do things that we can't as humans. And then that bond that you create with them, you know, you're asking these dogs to go out and they risk their lives, you know, pretty much every deployment we're putting them on, and they do it every time, you know, without waiver. And so it creates a pretty special bond, and you're together 24/7, whether it's at work, at home, and so they become pretty special to you pretty quick.
I'm Detective Clicker, and this is Canine Days. She's a single-purpose narcotic canine. She's instrumental during our traffic stops where we suspect that there's narcotics involved with the vehicles, and ultimately she alerts the vehicle, notifying that there's narcotics within the vehicle or suspected to be. For our canine program, the Walla Police Foundation has been instrumental for purchasing our canines and training needs to make our canine program successful.
If you're interested in your money going as far as possible, the Police Foundation is going to give it to officers who have the best pulse on our community members, and sometimes our community members that are the least privileged. And we're going to be able to get them what they need the most, according to us.
Thank you for partnering with us. Your support of the Police Foundation helps us make a difference in our community by giving what's needed most. Thank you.